Good
There
morning.
we go. Recording started. Hey, good Monday afternoon. Good morning for our East Coast people and some of our international people. Good maybe Tuesday for you or something. It might be already, but you never know. They a day ahead, a day behind. I can't keep track of that time change stuff. But we are Grow Global. This is our Monday Mastermind. We've got a great AI training for you today. It's going to be awesome, and they're going to take input from you. But before we get started, if you're new here, you're probably wondering why we call ourselves Grow Global. We are a diverse group of agents and brokers from all across different brokerages, sometimes in different countries, but definitely all across the United States. Different experience levels. Some people are brand new. Some people have been in it for 50 years. Tony Williams is on here, right? 5 decades of experience going on in the Atlanta
Yep.
area. And we are going to talk about helping agents grow their business so they can grow their network, grow their life, so they can sell more real estate in less time, so you can have more fun, right? That's the fun part about it. And before we get going, I want to show you some resources that we have. I'm going to share my screen and show you a couple things that we have available for you out there. We've got a Facebook page. Make sure you join that and keep up with that. If you don't know how to find it, just whoever invited you on here, just get a hold of them. They'll get you an invite so you can get on there. We do record this. It will be on our YouTube page. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube page. We have 332 subscribers. We put out 160 videos. There's 160 videos, Kim. Look at
That's
that. We're
crazy.
killing it out there.
Amazing.
We've been
Yeah.
doing this a while now, and you can find anything on there. In fact, I was showing an agent the other day. I'm going to show you right here. If you go down in this little search, see this is a magnifying glass? That's a search thing. If you click that, you can type in a search, like let's say you want to look for open houses. Type in
Yes.
open house, you search on there, it'll show you every video we've done about open houses and how to do that. So that's how you use it as a library. Make sure you subscribe. But hey, come live. You get more out of these things, I think, when you're
Yeah.
here live because you're going to get to ask questions and you're going to get a chance to speak. And why would you want to do that? Well, if you contribute, our great Grow Global staff are going to take pieces of good content and they're going to chop into a thing called a short. And on those shorts, they're going to put it on our YouTube page and on our Instagram page. And you could be featured on here as an expert. And what will happen is why you would want to do that is you can actually take that and share that to your sphere of influence, right? So also, we also do attaboys out of here on attagirls, right? If you do great, go ahead and send it to us. We'll do a graphic for you, and then you can share that on your social media page. It's always good to have third-party validation. So make sure you're doing that. And of course, we have a website. On our website here, we have all kinds of resources across the top. I'm not going to get into them, but the big one is the events tab. The events tab tells you what's coming up next. And today we're going to be talking about AI tools, right? Everybody knows what AI is now,
Yep.
but we're going to be talking about tools, different tools that agents are using right now in day-to-day business, practical use cases for content, communication, follow-up, and workflow. Honest insight into what's useful, what's scalable, what's crap. Everything's available here. We want to talk about all of it that's going on, and we want to hear from you. And so, to start it off here, what we want to talk about is this. See, today is not about chasing shiny objects. It's about identifying the AI tools and workflows that are actually saving agents time in their day-to-day life. It might be saving them time in their personal life so that they can spend more time with work, or it might be saving time with them in work so they can spend more time in their personal life. So we're looking for people to improve their follow-up, how they're creating better content, helping them stay consistent. So we want to focus on what is working in the real world, not just theory. So here's what we're going to do. So whenever you share a tool, look, some of you aren't going to want to talk out loud, so you can put it in the chat and we'll read it. But where's the fun in that? We want to hear from you. Raise your little hand on there and we'll call on you and give you a chance to speak. If you don't want to turn your camera on, you don't have to. But look, I got my mug on here. You can put yours on here. You're going to be good to go. We're not all pretty like Kim Campbell, where we look beautiful for the camera on here. So, but whenever you share a tool, here's what we're going to try to ask. Three things. First of all, what do you use it for? Secondly, how much time does it save you? Like real time. Like, is it saving you 30 minutes? Look, 30 minutes is a big deal. Is it saving you now? What's it saving you? And
Right.
is it free or you're paying for it? And if you're paying for it, how much is it? And would you want to do it? Okay, so there it is. What do you use it for? How much time does it save you? And how much does it cost? And again, you can put in the chat if you want. In fact, when you say the tool After you get done speaking, go ahead and put in the chat because everybody's going to ask me, what did he say? What did she say? I need to know what it is again. Okay. Also, want to let you know that in the chat, all those links, if you're new here, all those links that we told you about to join our different resources that we have, they're in there to join the links. So go ahead and subscribe and everything like that. Okay. And so with that, let's get going on this thing. First thing I want to start with, and then we'll go to the first person that we have available. We'll probably start with Kim Campbell on it, but I think
Yeah,
every,
I mean, my
go ahead.
people go to everywhere. I mean, AI is like there's so many apps, right? For me, I want to keep things simple and literally everything I do is straight up ChatGPT. I mean, it's like it knows you. It knows me so well that like you remember you were teaching that course on cloning. I just touched on it a little bit, Jim, but the little bit that I've done the work on ChatGPT, it helped me know me like literally mentally, physically, what I should eat, what I shouldn't be eating, right? And look at my health. I mean, like all around, it becomes almost like my AI assistant. So ChatGPT does all that for all my food that I'm eating. Like, I mean, literally, they know my blood test. I'm talking about personal and professional and my spiritual walk that I walk and I dug into the Bible deeply. You know what I mean? It's all on there. And most people go to Gemini using it over there and they told me to go. I'm like, here's the thing. ChatGPT works perfectly for me right now. So that's what the land that I'm sticking with. And that's the key when we use AI. There's so many shining objects. People try all different things, but people haven't mastered the one app that truly helped them running. Like I run my real estate production and attraction based on ChatGPT straight up, all different level. I literally created all different group, different projects that I'm like, it's the whole running my whole operation by just one app.
So everybody knows what Chat GPT is. Who's using, so let's go with the basics here. Let's talk about the difference. Who's using something different than Chat GPT? If you'd like to unmute and tell us what you're using, who's using something
Totally is.
different than Chat GPT and what's it good for you? Because I think that's probably the lion's share of people are probably on Chat GPT. Who's out there and wants to talk about something else they're using? Tony Justo's
I'm
got his
using
hand up. Go ahead.
I am using Gemini, which
Okay.
does a phenomenal job.
Hey, real quick,
If
Tony,
you
Gemini's with who? Gemini's who?
That is Google.
Google. Okay, keep going. Good deal.
So if you have like a website, and I have the Google Suite, which gives me Gemini for free with my paid subscription for the Google Suite app, which does a phenomenal job. I use it to create quite a bit of content, especially using my dog Rory,
Uh,
who's my company mascot. And, for a lot of things, I do that. And it's a phenomenal site. HeyGen is another free site that I use. I try to go with low cost or free things
How much is
that I use with a
Gemini,
lot of
Tony?
AI.
How much is Tony? How much is
Uh,
Gemini?
Gemini, I think I'm paying like $6.99 a month, but I think it's going to be raising. I'm on vacation now, so I didn't really look too much into the pricing change that they just sent me an email on, but I think it might be going up a little bit.
Are prices going up? Is everybody finding on AI or are they going down? It seems like they're coming down, right? Or they're coming up with extra
Right.
options. I saw Mary Harmon Young, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Go ahead and unmute. Let's hear what you got going on. Thanks, Tony. We got you muted there, Mary. You'll have to unmute.
See.
Hang on, we still got you
There you
muted.
go.
Hang on. There you go. You're good now.
So there's two. I've just started getting into Claude Cowork, which is fantastic. I'm with EXP, so I have Skyslope, and like last night I had it create by itself while I was sleeping my first transaction where it actually uploaded all the required documents, filled out all of the required verbiage, dates, all that. Then it set up the timeline within my calendar and sent an email to title and order that. So that's cool. I don't know enough about it yet to like really talk about, but it was the first one I did last night. But then the other one that I do use a lot that I like is Opus Clips. You can upload any video or YouTube link and then it'll create, shorts, reels, whatever you want to call it, for various things by using AI to tell you like which is the best portion of this video that might go viral or has the best hook and things like that. I have I think it's like $14 a month plan with Opus video clips.
So your job now, Mary, so that's great stuff. So your job after this is to make sure you put that in the chat because everybody's going to say the what? The what? So put that in the chat on there. So you're saying, Mary, it takes a YouTube video and can chop it up into shorts for you to use on your social media?
Yes.
That sounds awesome. How much time does that save you? If you were trying to do that on your own, how much time would that take you? Hours.
Yeah.
Wow, I love it. So Opus Video, around $14 a month on there on that. And you're using which AI again? You using ChatGPT, using Gemini, what are you using?
Claude Cowork.
Claude Cowork, using Claude. Okay, and Claude's with who? Who's the parent of Claude again?
Anthropic.
Anthropic. Okay, beautiful. Great stuff. Awesome, awesome. Love it, Mary. Anything else you want to add before we come back to you in a little bit? Are you good? Okay.
So either one of you, Mary and Tony, you guys moved from ChatGPT. What's the difference between Claude, and ChatGPT you used before?
With Claude, I think the word they use is called dispatch. So I set up a Chrome extension and I give it a to-do list while I sleep. And it literally takes over my computer and sends emails, text messages, sets up files, sends DocuSigns. It does everything that I want it to. So to me, it's a totally, like, I still use ChatGPT for various things, but when I want tasks completed that are, I don't want to say silly, but things that take time, I use Claude Cowork to do that for me.
And then how much is that a month for that, the Cowork?
It's expensive. Let me pull up my Claude account and I'll show you tell you what I'm paying. It's paid.
Because Jim is the operator for ChatGPT is like about $200 too, that you could do everything that she is talking about. So I'm trying to understand, like the operator mode for ChatGPT, you can pretty much it take over your computer. It does everything. So that's what I want to know. How does the people?
Well, when I was researching, and I don't know, I was told, well, I can tell you, Claude Cowork right now has over 8,000 connectors. So like I realize they have DocuSign, they have SkySlope, they even have Instacart for like my grocery list. So it right now, according to what I Googled it the other day, had like 17 times more connectors already set up than ChatGPT did.
Okay.
Hey, Mary, tell everybody what a connector is.
Yes.
A connector is like an API key that they have already established with those companies to work together. Is that the good
for old boomers like me? What is an API?
They have an agreement with that company to work together. And
basically,
they have set it up on the background. So you don't have to. I just click connect. So like it reads my emails. It can send text messages through iMessage. It works with my calendar, both Google Calendar and my Apple Calendar, and it automatically sets it up. And I pay $100 a month for Cowork.
Great. Okay. So you're not writing code or anything like that. It's just a quick connect button, which means that's a beautiful explanation of it. Great explanation of that. I love that. So what we're finding, I think, as AI comes in, is there's different pricing structures inside the AIs, right? Like we saw, I think even ChatGPT, like $20 was kind of the standard minimum before. Now I think they have like an $8 version that you can use if you're not a power user, right? And so that's coming around. Who else is using something? So I love it. Will you put your Claude operator down, Mary, in the chat for us? What you're doing and the price with it on that. Who else is using something other than Claude, Gemini, or ChatGPT? Who's got something else out there they'd like to share? Go ahead, Tony Williams.
Yeah, I use Perplexity Pro. Perplexity Pro is $20 a month. It includes ChatGPT. It includes Claude Sonnet. It includes Gemini. It includes Grok. It also does pro searches and deep research for you. It'll create files and apps for you. And now they've come out with a new thing called Perplexity Computer, which does my back end work for me, like when I'm asleep. And all that's included for $20 a month.
Wow.
Tony, who owns
That's
Perplexity? Who's that part? So
I don't,
Gemini's
I
part of
don't,
Google, Claude's part of Anthropic. What's Perplexity with?
hold on,
Do you
I'll
know?
ask it.
Okay, cool.
it.
Ask it up. If only we had an electronic device we could ask questions to, right? That would answer things for us. How great is that?
Yeah,
Right.
really.
So,
Who owns Perplexity? Let's see. It's probably held startup. Uh, let's see here.
like for example, ChatGPT is open AI, but it's associated with Microsoft a lot, right? Microsoft's one of the major players in it. Who is it with Perplexity?
Well, their biggest investors, Jeff Bezos and
Okay.
Nvidia. Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
they're the big investors that's in it. Um,
Okay, good.
it
So
doesn't it
NVIDIA and
doesn't come
Amazon.
out it doesn't come out and say Amazon owns it or anything like that,
Yeah, it's NVIDIA and Amazon.
Yeah.
There you go. Good stuff on that. Okay, so Tony, explain this to me. When you say that it includes ChatGPT and it includes Claude, things like that, what does that mean? It includes it. What's that mean?
Well, it does what those programs do, uh, and then you're not having to pay all those other programs. Okay,
Got
so
it.
it's all built into Perplexity Pro.
So it contains the features that you would get with each one of those separately. They combine it and
Right.
it has it in there. It claims it
Yeah.
can do the
I
same thing. Great.
I also use Higgsfield AI.
Hmm.
Higgsfield is what I use to build my clones with, and it builds images and also builds videos. And then has a feature in there that will mimic my voice for the clones as well.
I love it. So, Tony, will you put all of that in the chat there? So, by the way, at
I'll
the
try.
end, everybody, you can download the chat on these. Tony's going to put that in there, what a brief, little notes section of what he just talked about so that we have that so we can remember it. Okay, so we've got ChatGPT, we've got Claude, we've got Perplexity, we've got Gemini with Google. Who else got something else they're using? There's some more out there, right? Anybody using Grok that wants to talk or doesn't want to talk? If you're using Grok and you don't want to talk, you can put it in the chat how much if you're paying for any piece on that. Grok is owned by who?
Hmm.
Elon Musk, right? Part of the Twitter/X, right? The X company, they call it XAI, right? That's Grok. It pulls its data from real-time data going on from what
Yeah.
people are having conversations with online, right? So there's Grok.
Mhm.
And let's see. Is anybody using Nano Banana? Anybody
It's
using that?
included in my Higgsfield.
Okay, so that's included it's included in your Perplexity or it's included in the other one you said?
Higgsfield.ai.
You're gonna have to
It's included.
type that in there because everybody's gonna hit me up
Yeah.
on what all that is.
Huh.
Okay.
Tony's like, I didn't know you were gonna put me to work by having me talk on here. I just wanted to talk. It'll save us a bunch of effort, Tony, because you're gonna get blown up with text messages like, what was that again? By the way,
Yeah, I
Tony
know.
Williams has been doing this for going on 5 decades, folks. A little round of applause for longevity in that. He started when he was 2 years old and in real estate, crushing it
So,
down in Atlanta. Is there any other AIs out there that we're not talking about that somebody's actually using? I think we've covered most of the big ones. Nano Banana, if you're wondering what that is, that's under the Google brand, and that creates great short video clips for you and images, great images that you can do. Actually, it's the video. They're not the video image side. It's the images it creates, right? There's a video one that's underneath Gemini that you can do also where it creates those 8-second clips where you upload your face once, you get pretty one time, get a good image of yourself, and then it'll create videos with you from there on out in any scenario you want it to be. And it uses when you got all your lighting right and your hair done properly and your beard trimmed up, right? And put you on there. Okay. So Lovable, our great Grow Global support staff here, mentioned Lovable. Anybody using Lovable or know what that is that would like to talk about it? Support staff, I'm going to bring you on and have you talk about it. You don't have to turn on your camera if you don't want, but if you could unmute and tell everybody what Lovable is. They're
Hey
like, oh,
guys, this is Julie. Yeah,
Julie!
just quick description of Lovable. Rob and I are like playing around it, exploring Lovable, and there you can actually create some apps that can help with your business. It's I think Claude and ChatGPT is integrated with Lovable. So Rob and I were able to create his website from Lovable. So you don't really need WordPress or any other hosting sites for that. So if you're with Lovable, you can create a website and you can let it do whatever you want. Even designs. You just have to put a prompt in there and let the app or the AI do its thing. So I don't know if some of you have seen Rob's website. It's a one-page website and it's really good, very responsive, and we didn't have any problem with it. We just purchased a domain from GoDaddy and connected to Lovable, and it's all good. It's all working. And we're doing a lot of apps right now that can help our agents, and we're building it one by one. And I'm doing it with Rob, and I think Lovable can do everything. I didn't even need other AI tools to build those apps. So it's really good. It's $25 a month, but of course you have to check the limitations because if you go over the limit, you'll probably pay more than 25. But I built 3 websites already with Lovable and we're still paying 25 until now. So it's all
Now,
good.
Julie, I don't know how to do HTML code, or I don't know how to do
No, you don't
COBOL
need
back in the
that.
day for
No,
anybody who's from the 80s doing
nothing.
a computer program. You don't have to know
You
any
just
of that.
have you just have to talk to the AI. It will build whatever you want. Like whatever you want in there.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
Julie.
it's really good.
So what is the difference? Like, let's say you once you're using Lovable and ChatGPT, how do you marry them together, or is it Lovable over? Like, I want to know because if we are starting out with ChatGPT, right, and now we are moved from different. Like I want to know how's the Ocpa's videos different than let's just say what we can create in Lovable. You see what I'm saying, Mary?
Um,
So
yeah,
like the variation.
as I've mentioned, I think Lovable is integrated with Claude and ChatGPT and other AI. Yeah. So if you want to create a video in there, you can create video. You can create a single page website. You can create there, for example, you have a listing and you want a single page for that listing. You can build that with Lovable. It will give you a specific URL that you can post to your social media, or you can have your own domain name and then connect it with Lovable. Yeah, I think you can play with it for free, but if you
Mm,
really want to use the other features there, you have to pay the 25 a month, which is not a lot of money, to be honest, to build those apps. I created an app recently for Rob. It's very complicated, but I only use Lovable. I
wow.
didn't purchase any other AI, just Lovable. I think it was introduced by Leo
Yeah.
or Glenn.
Glenn,
Yeah,
Glenn, our founder,
yeah,
were really big with technology at the time. So Glenn pushed Lovable. He created literally apps right in front of us. Um, Everything that we ever wanted, which is kind of very
yeah,
intimidating.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Julie, the Lovable is a plugin to your AI that you're already with. So, if you're with ChatGPT or if you're with one of the others that you mentioned, it's just a plugin, right, to that? Is
Nope,
that right?
nope. You have to go to
Different.
lovable.dev. Hang on, I'll put it here. So you can check it, guys. It's very easy to use. Very, very easy. It's like you're just talking to AI, and then it will give you like a preview of what you want. If you don't like the color, you can tell the AI, oh, change it to dark blue or whatever until you are satisfied. There's a publish button there that you could publish whatever web app you're creating or website you're creating. So
I
it's
love it.
very easy to use. Yeah.
That's great. Or you
$25
just hire
a month.
Julie to do it for you.
Yeah, but it's really good. Rob and I are like kids playing around Lovable. It's really good. I think I don't know if Rob is going to introduce the new app to our agents under our downline, but I think that app that we built recently will be very helpful. I don't want to, say
You better not
anything
give
because
away any
it's Rob's.
secrets. Rob isn't on here, so you better
Yeah,
give
but
away
it
any
was
want to
secrets.
Rob's
fix
You're in
it.
idea.
trouble.
It was Rob's idea, and we just built it from Lovable. It's really, really good. You can try it. Just go to lovable.dev. Yeah, you can build
Thank you.
anything there. You
Awesome.
just have to think of what you need for your business, and you can build it from there. It can even scrape public sources, for, if you want properties from this area, whatever listings right now. It cannot crawl websites that you need to log in, like the MLS, but public sources, Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com, it can scrape those information from those sources as long as it's public. Yeah.
Love it. Great job. Great job, Julie, on that. Thank you. Very good.
Does
Okay,
it
so
connect to FMLS, Julie? The Lovable
Nope,
can
nope,
connect?
nope. Legally, no, it's not allowed, Kim.
Okay.
As long as it's public, you can just everything that you can search from the internet without logging in.
Okay.
You can do it in Lovable. It can scrape. It has Firecrawl. It's integrated with Firecrawl, but also again, it has limitations. It can only scrape 18 pages, 20 pages for the free account. But if you want more, then you can pay more. So that's how it works.
that's
Got it.
perfect. Well, Kim
Very
Campbell
cool.
likes to push the boundaries on the legal stuff. So she's going to try to hook it to the MLS now that you said it can't be done, Julie. She's going to try to.
It's all about connecting, be able
There
to
you go.
deliver to our clients, I mean, like because we do residential, commercial, sometimes I want to, yeah, but that's a whole different context. Yeah.
So Tony Justo put in the chat, his connection's spotty, but he wanted to give up a really great app that works. It's called heygen.com. It's not
Ooh.
spelled Jen like Jennifer. It's Hey, HEYGEN.com. He put in the chat, heygen.com. He says you take a photo and you can make it look like it's talking, like it or something that's talking. So if you want to do something like your pet and have it saying, hey, use my owner, I'm hungry, I need to do some real estate with them because I need pay. He says that's great. He says free to use, but limited how many and length of message. So it's free, and then I'm sure there's probably a paid source if you use it a few times like that. So let's talk a little bit about, we've talked about the different AIs that are out there. Unless somebody has another one they want to add that we missed. Anybody have one they want to add that we missed? And then we'll move to another topic here. We'll still be talking about AI, but talk a little about something different.
I would
Go
love to
ahead.
know more about
There's
how
one.
people like, go ahead.
Sorry, I know there's another one, and I don't have it on me because I'm driving and everything that I use on my computer. I'll try to look it up and bring it for next week. But you can create AI will create a song for you, and
Oh,
you could use it in all of your marketing and stuff. So let's say you wanted an 80s retro song, they could do that. If you wanted country, gospel, no matter what, it could totally do it. And it's actually really cool.
Hey, Tony, can it do any Metallica? Because that's what I want my real estate music to be. So if it can do that.
Yes, it will.
Great.
It
Awesome.
will do that if you want to go 80s hair metal, you want to go like techno, synth pop, whatever,
Nice.
is your style. It'll totally
Mm.
do that. And you can put that into, marketing stuff for yourself.
I don't want to do too much Metallica. They'll probably
You can
sue me
create
for
your own little theme song.
copyright infringement on it. Oh, so that's great. So yeah, put that in the chat, will you, Tony, once you get a hold of that, so we have that in there. So that's actually a great segue into where I was going to go next with this is let's talk about one of the biggest things that is our responsibility as real estate agents. If you follow a guy named Tony Vaynerchuk, who he's going to be speaking actually at a conference, real estate conference I'm going to in October out in Salt Lake City, Utah. And one of the biggest things he talks about is if you're in the personal services industry, which is what we are in real estate, right? We don't really
Mm.
sell houses. Let's be real. We don't sell houses. Houses sell themselves. We are in the personal services industry where we have to market and prospect, but we have to be a great digital marketer. And to be a great digital marketer, the number one tool we need to use that he's all in, Gary Vaynerchuk's all in on, is social media. The problem is the number of times you have to post on social media and the amount of content you have to come up with can be very taxing on your brain as well as time consuming. How many times, by a show of hands, raise your hands if you ever been too busy doing real estate, showing houses, writing contracts, negotiating counter offers, going to inspections, things like that, and you forget to post for the day? How many times does Gary Vaynerchuk says the absolute minimum number of times you're supposed to post per day? The minimum, he says, if you're even in the game, how
3.
many times does he say? He says 3.
3 times
3.
a day.
What times of day should you be posting on social media? First time is when? First thing in the morning. Why? What do people reach for first thing in the morning after they get their cup of coffee?
The phone.
They reach for their phone, right? They go to social media and start scrolling. They're looking for the news, what happened overnight, things like that. You want to pop up in front of them. When's the second time a day you should be posting?
Is that
Go ahead.
noon?
So I saw Ty saying it, lunchtime. What do people do during their lunch break? Your clients, when they are at lunch and they're sitting there by themselves eating, are they just sitting there just eating, or what are they doing? They're scrolling with their phones,
Scrolling.
right? And then what's the third time you should be putting a post out?
Mm.
In the evening after people get off work. Because what are people doing when they get home and they've had dinner and they're sitting in front of the TV? Are they just watching TV, or are they on their phones scrolling through social media at the same time?
And dinner.
They're on social media, right? Morning, lunch, and dinner. There you go. You put it in the chat. Right after
Yep.
dinner, people are in front of their TV. They'll have their iPad going and their phone. They'll have 3 screens on at once now. And you want to make sure you're in front of them. So what's the problem with that? The problem is the timing. Who has the time, first of all, the creative energy to come up with 3 distinct posts that day that are catchy, that are eye-catching and things like that, and then also the time to post it? Well,
Man.
social media and AI was made for social media to come up with it, to be creative, to know what's trending out there, to be able to be your creative resource to do that. How much time would it save you if you could sit down for 2 hours on Sunday night and create an entire week's worth of social media for you and have it and set and ready to go? Would that be helpful to you? Where you could just have it, or even for you, if you had your virtual assistant taking it, posting it for you. You send them an entire library. Here's all the posts for the week. I want it morning, lunch, and evening, 3 times a day on all my platforms. And I think Mary Harmon Young was talking about one of the websites will actually create the different type of post for each one, right? Because an Instagram post looks different than a YouTube short, which looks different from a reel on Facebook to a post on Facebook. You have to have different types of photos for those, and AI can do all of that for you.
Right.
Does anybody have a good social media plugin or tool or a way that they're using their AI right now to do it? Has anybody got one they'd like to share? Go ahead, Mary, unmute, please.
So one of the things I set up on Opus, not on Opus, I'm sorry, on Claude is a scheduled task. And what I did was, I can read y'all my prompt. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
You know they're going to
is
make you put it in the chat, Mary. When you
that's
read this,
fine. I
you're
can do
like, send that prompt over. Go ahead.
Right?
So I was trying to see if I could find the prompt. Anyways, I asked it to every morning at 9:38 to give me a list of 10 were in the news about my market. And what I called it was a local content opportunity report, and it told it to score it out of 10, like which ones would get the most attention, to give me the sources and keywords for it, and then to also include a why it matters, who is the primary audience, video title, a hook, whether it's for Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, a blog title, and SEO keywords, the hashtags, the call to action, and a source or something to like go back to, and then to create the video script for GEO and SEO. So the ones that came up today were that we have the only Mercedes-Benz plant in the U.S., but I guess they announced today there's a $4 billion investment in a new plant. The Tuscaloosa Airport got an $8.5 million federal appropriations. The Saban Center, which is a new building that Nick Saban's building, hit a special construction milestone. We got a $44 million road project approved on a federal something. There's a $21 million streetscape that was approved for a local neighborhood on the east side of town. Anyways, you get the idea. So each one that I click on has all the call to actions, hook, whatever. So if I decided not to be lazy, I got too much stuff to do today, but like to actually sit down, I could green screen some of these that I thought might get some information to make me a local market expert.
Wow.
That is great. I've got one question for you, Mary. People in Tuscaloosa, Alabama are not Nick Saban fans, are they? I mean, come on.
Chance.
No one down there.
No chance.
That man walks on water around there, doesn't he?
100%. Very much still.
I love that. No, that is great stuff. And if you happen to come across that prompt, I'm sure everybody would love for you to put that in the chat. And by the way, like I mentioned before, you're going to get a chance to download the chat at the end of this thing. So all of this will be in there. Tony Giusto still having internet issues. So he said the theme song that he was talking about, the thing that creates the songs, is suno.com. SUN as in Nancy O.com. Suno.com, not sumo. You'll see something much different if you type in sumo.com, suno.com, and that will create a theme song or something else for you. He said it's free to use, and you can download it on your phone from Google Play. Assume it should be on Apple App Store as well. So there you go. Now, Andy and Lily Chacon said they put up a really cool link, best social media posting times. So you're going to want to grab that link and click on that and go into there. Something that Mary was talking about as far as writing prompts. Who here has used their AI to write their prompt for them? You go ahead, Mary, unmute. First hands up, you get to talk the most. Keep going. You're doing great. Unmute and tell us.
So for whatever reason, I realized I'm really good at video. I don't say a lot of ums. I don't care what I sound like. I don't really care what I look like. So video does better just because I'm willing to do it. But I will say, I know I need to post today, but I have no idea what to post. And you can do this in any of them, Chat GTP, and it'll literally give you every detail that you want.
Love that.
But that's a good one, just to say, I'm not feeling it today. What do you think I should say to make me stand out? And it'll actually tell you. Another website that you can use is called Answer the Public. And you just type in your area, and it'll actually give you the most recent searches in regards to your market. And you can get, I think it's 5 free searches a week, like one a day, and then just screenshot. It's like a pie diagram. Screenshot it and put it into your Chat GTP, your Claude, and it'll generate based on that.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Throw that in the chat too, please, Mary. Your fingers are gonna be tired from typing all this stuff when we put that in there for sure. Answer the Public. There you go. Is it answerthepublic.com or is it just called Answer the Public? What is it? You know the website?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab it for you.
You know how old people are. We're lazy. We just want to click on it.
So one thing that
about me. Let's go ahead, Andy and Lily, go for it.
Yeah, one thing that Lily did, spent a lot of time with her girlfriend on Chat GPT about remodeling our kitchen and remodeling our bathroom. So based on her experience, we could educate some sellers or give them ideas on what they can do to improve their appearance and add value to their property.
Out.
I love it. Keep going, Andy. We're just getting a little feedback.
You could give it pictures of your current bathroom and say, hey, here's my current bathroom. What do you suggest? And it'll come back with a completely different picture, And so some of that we might want to share, and some of that we might want to just do for ourselves and just provide them a list of things. But I think to engage them, to actually train them and show them how they can do it, I think is going to give us a lot of respect, for what we know in the business and how to help sellers sell their property.
I think it's great, Andy. I think the point you're making is AI is not going to put real estate agents out of business. It's going to put real estate agents out of business that don't use AI. Do you agree?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love it. That's a great real world time saver, right? Getting estimates on the work that needs done and things like that. I used my AI the other day to help get super glue off my car. Took a picture of it and talked to it on it. Ain't cool like that. Tony Justo. Thanks, Andy. That was great.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, Answer the Public is amazing. Everyone should be going in their set and putting things into like your ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, whatever this you want, and trying to go back and Google the prompt that you did class on a few months ago. The DNA plug totally helps out and will keep you moving faster in this.
I agree. I think we're coming to a conclusion. It's kind of like the CRM question. Which CRM is the best? And the answer is the one that you master and use every single day. That's the one that's going to be the best. And it's exciting to see agents finally, jumping on like this. And here's the great news. If you're just now getting started in AI and you're starting to use it, you're light years ahead of other agents. There's so many agents right now that are not, that aren't using it at all. And so it's going to be great. Let me ask you this on a hardware question, because I haven't heard anybody touch this yet. Who here would like to unmute and talk about using a voice recorder? Is anybody using one where it records your phone calls that you have with your clients? It records your day-to-day interactions that you're using and also record meetings that you're sitting down. And then it takes it, turns it into notes where you can send it and it gives the notes back. You can send the notes back to the person you were on with. It'll seminars that you're sitting in on. I've got mine recording actually right now here, and it'll actually record everything that we're saying and the transcript, and it goes and turns it into notes, also creates action items and things like that. Who's using one that would like to unmute a piece of hardware that you add, some clip to your phone, some you wear as a little device that you're wearing? Who's using one that'd like to talk about it? Is anybody?
I'm not using any hardware, but I am using Google Voice, which can record phone calls and translate it into text. But I don't like the capabilities, and I'm looking to upgrade. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. So some people will use their voice recorder on their phone or something like that. That gets a little tougher sometimes when you're using your phone to talk. You don't have a separate recording device. So there's devices. You can go to Amazon, you can type them in. This one that I'm using is actually, it was through a company called Limitless that Meta just bought out, and they're not going to be using it anymore at the end of 2026. So I'm not going to tell you about that one, but there's others out there. Some of them have the MagSafe clip, where it will clip to the back of your phone. And on there, and when it does it, because it's a contact clip, you don't have to be on speakerphone to be able, like when you're in a public place, you don't want to be on speakerphone sometimes, you're talking to your clients about their private stuff, but it will record the call of you talking and your client talking, and it will take notes and it will trim it down into either a short text message notes or a full-blown professional email, and it's done for you. It records that when you're meeting with your client and you're talking. I just used mine the other day on a commercial appointment. 26
Mm.
acres, seven buildings on the property. And I'm walking through, and instead of sitting there and having to take notes, I was able to be completely present with the client, with the potential listing, the seller. And I was able to be involved and engaged in them and to watch their body language and things like that while my AI was taking notes. And then
Wow.
it was able to go through and totally summarize everything we talked about. And I sent it to the client in a very professional email, and he thought it was awesome. Right. And here it was AI did the entire thing. And it caught things that I wouldn't have caught, like different things that when I went back and read through it, I'm like, oh, that's right. He did say that. I wouldn't have remembered that on my own, and I wouldn't have been able to take notes fast enough for it. But the AI did it. So you can get them on Amazon. They're as low as some of them are, 60, $70, but I've seen like really good ones. The next one I'm going to move to, they're around $150. And you
Mm.
get it, and it just clips to your phone, or you can slide it in your shirt pocket or ladies in your purse. And they do mention that there are some etiquette things that you should do. You should mention to the person that you're recording that, hey, would it be okay if my AI note taker takes notes for us and I'll send you a summary of our meeting? Just so they know they're being recorded. It's not a legal thing. It's just a etiquette thing, right? A best practice to let people know you're recording. And I haven't had a person yet say, no, please don't do that. It's
So
everybody is okay with it, and it's great. It just a relief thing for you. You don't have to remember everything going on, and you can stay present. The
that's true.
using it when you're in a seminar or a mastermind like today, recording this right here, the things you're hearing, and it'll summarize for you what you heard, and it'll catch things that you didn't catch. And some of the ones, the one I was using before Meta bought it out, will actually put to-dos on my Google to-do list of things that I
Wow.
need to do. Like I need to do this, I need to do that. It'll point things out. And you said you would contact this person or make sure you look up such and such website.
Mm.
And it creates those to-dos for you, so it's on your to-do list right away. That is something every agent, I believe, should be using. It's going to save a lot of us from liability. Start recording every phone call. There was a time when my wife and I in real estate, we stopped taking phone calls from agents because we wanted it in writing. Send
Right.
what you're saying in text or email. So we don't want to talk to you on the phone because
Right.
we don't want it, he said, she said, we want it. And now with the AI recording, it works great. It literally records the transcript of the whole thing and then
So that
summarizes
was
for you.
Limitless that you were using. So what is it now? Like the new thing that
Limitless
you
is gone at the end of the year. It
okay.
still works right now, but don't buy into it because it's gone at the end of the year. Meta bought them out because they were doing so good,
Right.
and Meta's going to come up with their own. They've got the Meta glasses and stuff like that, which I don't know
Right.
how I don't know how good that is recording people without their knowledge. But anyways, we'll get into
Oh,
that
that's
another time. But for all of us on here, every agent should be recording their phone calls, and I feel like, and then taking the notes. And your clients really love it. When you go on a listing appointment,
yeah.
they're going to say things as you're walking through the home that you're not going to be able to take notes fast enough. When they're talking about the, Brazilian marble, that's cultured marble that came from a Spanish galleon, back
Oh
from,
man.
the 1600s,
Yes.
you're not going to remember all that, but the AI will. It's a great tool. Scott on here says, please send that name. I will. I'll go to Amazon here in a second when somebody else talks, and I'll tell you the name of the next thing I'm buying. I've done the research on it. And I'll tell you what that's called here in one second. I'll put it in the chat. But the Limitless one, I loved it, but Meta bought them out, so don't do Limitless. Okay, even though it was great. Who else is using some type of hardware tool? Is anybody using a recorder?
I
It'll
use
change your life.
memo, but
Using
but I'm
just using voice memo, yeah.
yeah. It's
And
just
then you have
right,
to send it to Otter, right? You get the voice
yeah.
memo, you record it, and then you have to send it to like otter.ai or something like that.
Right. And I had
Yep.
auto too, but I didn't know how to control it. I didn't know how to manage it. So because auto is like, yeah, you have to pick out the app and you gotta master it. Like for me, it's like auto was a little bit challenging, at least first for me to use it. So yeah. So I stick with memo. It's simpler, and then whenever it's really, really important, I upload it, and have a transcript, So because I record just in case we needed it. And most of the time, I don't even need it, because I'm going to take notes and everything. So yeah.
So the one I'm going to get from is called Claude, not to be confused with Claude. It's Claude,
Okay.
P-L-A-U-D. I just put it in the chat, P-L-A-U-D.
A.
L-A-U-D, Plod. And it has a couple different ways you can do it. You can get a little credit card sized one. It's a little rectangle one, or it has a wearable one that you can wear. It's like a little magnetic clip on where you clip it on to your thing. And you have to take a look and see what works best for you. They range between $150, $190 in there. But that will change your life as an agent, as a spouse, as a parent, right? You can have those things. And, if you're just having conversations with people, it allows you to stay more present and locked in. It's really
Versus
great.
try to take notes and try to write out stuff, and then you're missing half of the stuff that they keep talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times have you been in a seminar and you're trying to take notes and they're on to 2 or 3 statements later and you're still writing the one, you're like, oh, that was great. And you just missed 2 or 3 great things. The AI note taker is life-changing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kim.
Yeah, I say I embrace that. That will be my new thing that I gotta do, is that.
Yeah.
So I'm committed.
Great. Brad Borman, good to see you, man. Enjoy Tennessee down there. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Great to have you on. Tony Justo says something else to use AI for is unique gifts for closings to get great ideas and it can enhance your relationship with your clients. For instance, I'm giving my client a water bowl that filters water as dishwater safe for under $30. Interesting. So things that people mention during the conversation with them that the AI would pick up that the client thought was important, but your brain filtered it out and didn't hear it. The AI will pick it up because the AI has no preconceived notions, right? When you go into the conversation, you bring your own filter in your ears and your brain where the AI doesn't. It picks things up that you may have missed. So great stuff on there. Andy, I see you unmuted. Did you have something you wanted to add?
No.
Okay, no problem. No problem on there. Who else has an AI? Could be an app, could be a plugin, has a tool, anything like that. We're getting ready to wrap up here. But who has something they would like to add? Or if you have a quick 1-minute tip, trick, or something like that you'd like to add before we get out of here. Who else got something?
Hey Andy, why don't you talk about the one that you're using right now, the post, the social media one, the best social media. How did you come up with that? Oh, Tony.
To automate my posts, I'm using Poobler. Got that from Chad Massacre in the commercial group. And it's great. I've got 5 social media channels plugged in right now. And you can schedule your posts. It's like, since I got 5, it works out to be like $7 a channel per month. So it's $35. And, for the time I spent to do one post, it's going to 5 locations. So
wow.
there's a savings there in time. It's well worth it at current pricing for me. It links with Canva, so you can pull your media directly from Canva. And it also, you can, like if you see a news article and there's a picture there, you'll see a Poobler icon right beneath the picture on your browser on your desktop PC, and you just click on it, and you can create a social post right from that picture that
Andy,
you
how
saw.
do you spell
so
how do you
easy.
spell Poobler? How do you spell? Sorry about that.
Publer.
Just like it sounds. Poobler.com, .ai. What is it?
Could be .io. I
.io.
can check that real quick. I got it open here on my desktop.
Andy, will you put it in the chat when you get done? Because people are going to hit me up for it, and I'll get 20 texts.
Yeah, app.poobler.com.
Cool. Will you cut and paste it, put it in the chat?
Yeah, let me try that.
Awesome.
Very cool.
I think what we came across today is this. We mentioned it before, but it's worth mentioning again, right? The AI that works, the best AI is the one you use. And you need to get competent and become a master of the AI that you have, and then look for ways that it can start saving you time. The purpose of money and technology is to buy back your time. One of the biggest complaints in our industry, I think, is the fact that you always have to be on. You have to spend too much time behind the scenes, marketing and things like that, to be able to actually do the real estate, which is making the human connection. AI will never make the connection human to human like we will, but we will use the AI to get more potential human connection opportunities. And that's the way that's going to work. And so I wanted to, whoops, hang on one second. Sorry about that. I wanted to ask one last question. Is anybody using an AI call center, an answering service that's AI? Is anybody using that? If you are, I'd love to have you unmute and talk about that. I think that's the next evolution, if that's the right word. The next integration piece, that once you are recording all of your calls and having it turned into notes and using that as a value add to your client to send them notes to discuss what you talked about, so you're both on the same page. I think the next thing is an answering service. Who will answer all day long, answer questions to the client right up front the way you would answer them, by building a clone. We talked on another training we had about building a clone, and then connect you when it's something that the AI can't help. Is anybody using one yet?
Wow.
That's my next step with our business. That's where I'm heading. So that's why I was looking. I was going to copy someone else if they're using it. Is anybody doing that? That's going to be the next step. And it's going to be something that I think the clients are going to demand. They're going to want that call answered when the phone call comes in. And I know agents say, I answer the phone all the time. Well, I don't answer the phone when I'm with somebody else. If you took the time to meet me face to face, if my phone's ringing, unless it's my wife, it's the only time I'll take it. But if I'm face to face with you, I'm giving you 100% of my attention. I'm not answering it for another client.
Right.
I don't think that's right. But I think it would be cool if my AI could answer it, answer simple questions that they might have, and then say, hey, please connect me live to the person. So when the AI rings you, you go from there.
Yep. I love it. Very cool.
All right. Well, next training we have, I expect somebody will have, if not you, me, an AI answering service will be on there, because I've seen them out there, but they just seem a little pricey right now.
Yeah,
and I'm
they
a little
are
suspect to how they work, but I think it's
John has it. You already know. John Hillho is having a service agency on that right now. That I was going to have him.
I think he nixed that one, but we'll see.
Okay.
I know he was working on it, but I think he got out of that. Where it was.
Okay.
I don't think
I was going to have him talk about it today. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think they went with it. I think they scratched that.
Well, very
cool.
awesome.
So I want to thank everybody for jumping on. So look, before you get off, I think you want to download the chat. So go down to the chat. There's 3 dots. Hover over it with your mouse. It says more. Click the 3 dots and click Save Chat. I think for our Grow Global team, who's listening in the background, the wonderful Julie and others, if maybe we could put some of these highlights in the description in our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Some of the things in there.
Yeah, that, Julie?
You think you're already putting our links, but some of these cool links, Julie, if you could throw those in, it just saves a lot of phone calls to you, Julie, later from agents going, wait, what was that again that they said? If you could do that, that would be
we're doing that.
Awesome. So I want to thank everybody for coming. Look, hopefully you got something out of it today. I know I did. And we're going to do these every Monday. Mondays at noon Eastern Standard Time. It's really awesome getting all the participation we had today. So I'd love for you to bring a friend. Have some people, bring some friends with you next time. And the more people we have from different diverse backgrounds, from different parts of the country, I think we all get to help each other. And we can really create an era of collaboration working here together to help us grow our business, grow our network, grow our life, so we can have more free time, so we can make more money and have more fun. That's the key. And I hope everybody got something. So don't forget to download the chat before you jump off. And with that, I'm going to stop the recording, but I'll say goodbye to everybody as we go here.